Welcome to Build Better Teams, the podcast for leaders who want to improve collaboration, strengthen communication, and create real alignment inside their teams. Here we explore team building strategies, leadership development, and hands-on approaches like Lego Serious Play that help teams think, build, and solve problems together. Let's get started so you can lead more effective, aligned, and engaged organizations. Hello, and welcome back to the Build Better Teams podcast. I'm your host, strategic leadership and team facilitator, Shannon Russell. On this episode, we're switching things up a bit, and we're actually going to talk about building a team as a solopreneur, because building a business does not mean you have to do it all alone. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like you're building something in a bubble? Working from home, sitting at your laptop, but wishing you had a team around you. If you are a solopreneur, if you are a remote worker, or someone who is building a business completely on your own, this episode is for you. I want to talk about something we don't always think about, and it's how to build a team even when you technically don't have one. Working from home can be amazing. We all saw that during 2020 because you have the flexibility, you have the control of your schedule, and you're building something that's yours. But it can also feel isolating. You don't necessarily have that coworker right next to you where you can bounce ideas off of. You don't have those quick conversations in the lunchroom or in between meetings. And you don't necessarily have built-in collaboration. And if you have worked from home at all, you know that over time, it really can impact your creativity, your energy for sure, and sometimes even your motivation, because we're not all meant to work and build in isolation. It's great to show up in your sweatpants, get your work done, but sometimes you just want a friend to chat with. I was brought in to facilitate a workshop at a coworking and networking space. This space was filled with people who work from home but intentionally choose to be around others. The best part is the founder of this company was one of my business coaching clients. She is incredible. Her name is Meg, and she is the founder of Coast, Coasst. It's located in Red Bank, New Jersey, and it's an incredible space. She wanted to build a place where people can come together to build their businesses, to increase their work and their visibility by collaborating. And that is what we're all about here at Build Better Teams. So when Meg finally had this business up and running and she had her networking space established, she wanted me to come in and lead a Lego Serious Play workshop. Now, when I got there, I met solopreneurs, remote workers, business owners, people who were working independently but did not want to be alone. And what I loved about this experience of doing Lego Serious Play with them is that we didn't just network, we actually worked together. I'll take you behind the scenes a little bit. And if you are not sure what Lego Serious Play is, it's a methodology developed by the Lego Group. And it's all about taking your ideas, building them with your hands using Lego bricks, and explaining what you built and what you thought to others. It's very hands-on, very collaborative, and I speak about it a lot here on the podcast. It's the backbone of what I do with my company, Build Better Teams Consulting. So we talk about it a lot, and I wanted to bring you kind of behind the scenes of what occurred at this particular workshop. Here I am at this networking, co-working space called the Residency. And the Residency really has people who come together and they want to have some talk time and then some work time and be able to collaborate and learn and share and grow. Now, the participants gathered around several tables and they all got the same kit of Lego bricks. They were starting at the same level playing field, and I gave them a prompt. And the first prompt was build where you are right now in your current role. What does your business look like? What are you working on? What is challenging you? Do you have any obstacles that are in your way? And then they started building, and something powerful happened. They started to see their challenges a little differently, not just thinking about them, but building them, visually seeing them on the model that they were creating with their two hands. And then, as everyone finished, everyone shared. We went around the room and each person got to hold up their model and explain who they are, what they do, and what their model represented. These would be strangers are meeting each other. They're learning more about each other's businesses or the work that they do. And they were realizing they weren't alone. As each person explained what their business was, the group started offering ideas. There was feedback, there were suggestions, and then the best part, there were connections. I know someone who can help you with that, or I've gone through that exact same challenge. Let me chat with you later and I'll explain what worked for me. And just like that, these people who were just merely trying to work at this co working space came together for this workshop and they got to know each other on a really organic level of just building and talking and collaborating. They went from working independently to really working together. And that is what a team does. Everyone was chatting. It was a great high energy in the room. And I said, "Do you want to do another build?" And everyone said yes. So what I did was have everyone keep their models together. And I said, "Look around. These conversations are already happening. How can you use this community that you're a part of to reach your goals this year?" And then everything shifted because now these people were thinking about what they created with their current role and their current business on the model that is in front of them. Now they're asked to think about what they need to reach their goals this year and how they can use those people around them and this community that they're a part of to help them reach their goals. So instead of thinking, I have to figure this out on my own, they began to build how they need support. They started thinking and chatting while they built. They were asking themselves questions like, who can I collaborate with here? How can I leverage this community to help me get further in my work? And again, it was in a safe place where everyone was thinking alike. They wanted to be part of something bigger than just themselves at their computer. They were already building and sharing and talking and really coming together. So they were able to easily build out what they needed help with, what they wanted their work for the rest of the year to look like. Together, they were able to build it, share it, and then the conversation really expanded on it. And I'll tell you, by the end of the workshop, the energy in the room completely changed. People who had just met were having full on conversations. Others who knew each other learned a little bit more about what the other person did. There were layers added through the build, through the model, through the conversations, and you got to feel as if you knew each other that much deeper. I was just there to facilitate, but the feeling around the room was more connection, more support, clear vision about the future, and definitely more energy. Some people even said that they felt more excited to get back to their laptops because they had new ideas. They had that invigorating feeling that more was possible. I was so fortunate to be able to see my former client and friend build this space that was comforting and collaborative and really allowed for people to have their independence, but also feel like they were a part of something more. That was so cool. I'm so proud of her. And then I was able to bring my team building and facilitation side of my business in to share with these people. And it was just so incredible that, wow, Lego Serious Play really allows individuals and teams to view their work, view their role differently. And then they're having these conversations about what they do and what their goals are. And other people are willing to help and want to help. And that is just beautiful. It's magic. So I wanted to share this recent case study with you because if you are a remote worker, if you are a solopreneur working and building a business on your own, I want you to know that you don't have to do it alone. Your team doesn't have to be employees that you pay on your payroll. Your team doesn't have to be full-time hires. They can be other entrepreneurs. They can be other people who work from home. Your team can be people that can relate to what it is that you do on a day to day basis and want to come together every once in a while to share ideas and to have conversations. So you don't feel so alone at home in your home office or at your dining table, wherever you choose to work. Instead, you can build a team around you. That team can be virtual, it can be in person, it can be at a local coffee shop, it can be at a networking and co working space, but you don't have to do your work and build what you're creating alone. What you really want are peers who understand what you're working on, what you're building, and you want to have collaborators. It feels so good to share what you're doing with others and to hear what they're doing and to say, you know what? I want to help you. I want to help you feel less alone. I want to help you move along and grow and get to where you want to be in your work and reach your goals that much faster. And if you can help me too, even better. The key is you have to build this team around you intentionally. And this is where I'll say something I believe so deeply. It's that in a world where we're all working remotely, communicating through apps and screens, and we're consuming content very passively, there is something incredibly powerful about being in a room with other humans. It's powerful to have conversations, real conversations, and to be able to build with our hands, get creative, use our imagination to do it in a way where we can explain our work to others. That leads to those conversations. It leads to those connections and to referring partners and clients and customers and to say, ooh, I have a connection for you. I'm going to introduce you via email or via LinkedIn. Maybe you can chat with this friend of mine. She might be able to help you. Those conversations are beyond valuable. And you may not get those behind your laptop at home. But building a team around you, even if it's once a month or every few months, this is more valuable than you could ever find online. This is what Lego Serious Play creates. It's not about those little colorful plastic bricks. It's about making your thinking and your goals visible. It's about creating connection, and it's about building ideas together, sharing your ideas, getting feedback, and seeing how other people can help. So, my friend, if you are working independently at home, if you are building a business on your own, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Where can I find my team? Who can I build alongside of? What community can support me? The truth is, you may be working from home. You may be a solopreneur, but you were never meant to do it all alone. All right, if you are interested in bringing something like this into your community, your co working space, or even an organization you're a part of, this is exactly the kind of work I do with Build Better Teams Consulting. You can head to the link in the show notes below or go to buildbetterteamsconsulting.com. Learn more and reach out to me. We can have a quick call to discuss what kind of an event or workshop that I can help you create for your quote unquote team. And if this episode got you thinking, then I'd love you to share it with someone who's building something of their own right now as well, because we are all better when we build together. I'm Shannon Russell, thanking you for listening to this episode of the Build Better Teams podcast. I will chat with you soon on the next one. Make it a great day.